Alright, yo, what is up, guys? It is Gumby with Young Investors. Just gonna give you a little video on how I did today and what my trading atmosphere was like today. We had a kind of a down day. It was up and down for most of the start, and then after hours it kind of plummeted a little bit more. But I mean that's considered a little pullback for the stocks that I am invested in right now. I have a huge watch list. So this is my watch list. These are stocks I've been keeping an eye on, and I momentarily kind of get in on some of these, and I momentarily get out. But I always have them up and ready for me to make trades whenever I am ready. That I am under $25,000 on Robinhood. I am not able to day trade. Although it does allow me to do 3-day trades every 5 days, and I mean that's okay. And for us young investors, we should be all right with doing that. Uh, we shouldn't be day trading. It's not really healthy, and it can be kind of a negative effect on what your portfolio ends up being. You can end up losing a lot of money, and we don't want that. There's a lot of growth stocks out there that we should be paying attention to. Okay, so let's get started with my portfolio right now. Okay, my 3 month is looking excellent at 71%. Uh, Again, making a really nice move. 1 month's looking at 78%, and that's just honestly been moving on Square. Let's take a quick look at Square, the graph that they have for us. Look at this steady incline, up 57% in 3 months. And for how cheap the stock is, honestly, that's a great growth stock to be looking at, guys. Square, it is the credit card point of sale system where they make 2.75% off of every credit card transaction that goes through. So they're making money from that on the side, and then just growth and merchandise and what their product is. They've been selling a lot of it as well. And I know they came out with a new register as well, a new point of sale register. Uh, I could probably drop that link in the description to check it out. There's a nice video that introduces you to it. Check it out. It actually looks like it is a new innovative way of making point of sale a lot easier for smaller businesses and even larger companies. But let's get back to the portfolio. I have a SPHD. It's PowerShares. It's a S&P 500 high dividend, high yield. What we got is a 3.95, almost 4% yield of. So that means 41.94. That's the share price. You get almost 4% of that back every month. With this stock, you get dividends every month. It's not quarterly or annually. You get it every month, and it's a good play if you have a little money to just throw away and just get paid for dividends during the month. And if you're okay with letting your money sit in a little bit higher risk stock. But I mean, let's take a look at this graph from the last year. I mean, it's up 15%. It's nothing to brag about, but it is growing, and the graph does look pretty good, so I like it, and that's why I made my play with it. On the other hand, we got here, which is Turtle Beach, the audio and headset company for Xboxes and PS4. I don't know. I'm just kind of in on this train, on this downtrend, hoping it comes out. I only bought 300 shares, so $300 stuck into here, hoping for a miracle or something. Nothing to brag about or anything, but I mean, it has a decent pullback and then a uptrend every now and then. But I mean, it's been falling lately, and I'm not very interested in it anymore. But I mean, I'm just gonna keep it in there. It's so cheap as it is. That looks like my average cost is 58 cents, and I mean, that's 58 cents I have in a jar outside right now. But that's one thing. So let's go over some more of my portfolio. We got Whiting Oil. This is an oil company that is based in North Dakota and Colorado. This stock was trading at 6, but I think they had a split, and the price rose. So that's why it's $23. I'm staying away from that. McDonald's, again, a great growth stock. Great story behind that. I also earlier this year made a play on First Solar. on an earnings. Let's go take a look back here. Okay, yep, 1 month it rose 28%. I was in right before they reported earnings on the day. And I mean, it was a really good day trade play by me. It ended up rising 12%, and I ended up cashing out, and I was okay with it. I got my portfolio really going. It kind of gave me a little leg in here. I think let's go look at it. It was October 1st, or maybe it wasn't October 1st. Maybe it was close to November 1st. But that's when I made the play on there. So those are some ones. There's some ETFs out there such as VO. We got VOO, let's call them up real quick. They're running at 236 right now. I mean, it's steady growth, and they're paying high yield dividends, and I really like that about these stocks. Look at this growth, 21% over the past year. It is an ETF, so that means we're in the S&P 500, and we're keeping those high companies that don't have a lot of volatility out of the question, and just riding that steady incline. There's another one down here. As myself, have been hearing a lot about AMD. I'm not a big AMD person. I do not day trade AMD. Yeah, I know there's a lot of Yahooers out there that pay attention to AMD, but I'm not a big fan of that. Also, another one I'm not a big fan of is Tesla, as we just don't know where it's going. We've been expecting all these crazy things to happen in the world with electric cars and everything, but it just isn't happening, and I don't know why that is. But until they figure that out, I'm not going to play with it. I'm just going to let it linger in my watch list until maybe it becomes so low priced or it drops so much that I do end up buying it. But that's another one. Verizon and AT&T I'm kind of shying away from until we get some better updates with phones, because I do feel like phones are kind of dying. But I mean, everyone has a phone, so you can't say that. But I'm saying is that the phone business is everyone's not looking for a new phone. It's hard to beat what you already got. So it's hard to create a new phone, and that's why I find it a little bit hard to cope with that. PayPal and Solar Edge, some smaller price stocks. I really like these two. Solar Edge, let's take a look at this. Let's call it up. I mean, look at that steady growth, 37% in 3 months. Let's check out a year, 189%. That's a nice growth stock. And I'm talking about not day trading at all, guys. We're going to be holding these stocks. We can swing trade them, but I mean, stay away from the day trading, because you're not going to make money the way you want to. I mean, you can, but you're not going to make it the way you want to. And it's a lot more stressful and a lot more, you need a lot more data to back up what you're doing. And if you're not using that data, you're not going to be a good trader. Planet Fitness, I've been kind of staying around. Them and Netflix both have subscription-based income, and I really like that as well. Alibaba, it's been declining a little bit, or kind of balanced out these last few months. I mean, look at that graph. It's kind of up and down. But, I mean, let's take a look at the 1 year. We got 96% growth. I'm just thinking it's trying to figure itself out right now. It may be maxed out, but I don't know yet. I'm kind of hoping it ends up being a little bit more like Amazon. We got Microsoft in there. We got Sprint. I'm not really interested in Sprint anymore. It came up in a YouTube video a long time ago to just check it out, and honestly, it's been on a decline. Let's call this up. Look at that decline. I'm just not about that. I mean, maybe if there's a point where I can buy in at a low point, maybe I get back into Sprint, but I just don't see them competing with AT&T and Verizon as much. We got Activision in there as well, steady going. I played a few earnings on them earlier this year, but I mean, it's kind of balanced out, and I don't understand exactly why. I'm not really into Activision or the whole video game side of things. I like things that are kind of hands-on and consumer based. Like, more people need it, and I feel like people don't need video games. So yeah, there's a look at my portfolio. Tell me what you guys think about it, and honestly, I appreciate you guys checking out and taking my advice and looking over my portfolio. Thanks, and have a good day.